a whole lot of this and you're gonna work with that. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Elena. For those of you who don't know me, I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. I am pro body confidence no matter what shape and size you are, but for today we are going to specifically talk about the present, specifically talk about the issues that are going on currently in my love life, but also that I feel like it's relatable and something that I feel like we need to be discussing. I was inspired listening to Fat Peoples with Opinions. I'll make sure that I put them down below in the links provided so you guys can check them out. They're freaking hilarious podcasts and I think it's super relatable, and they shared their thoughts and opinions of being a plus size woman and a plus size male and how it is with society, and they talk about their real life experience, talk about things that are going on in society and so on. So definitely check them out, but without further ado, let's start this episode of Dating While Fat. And don't forget to grab your drink. You're going to want to sip on a few of these things that we're going to be discussing. I'm drinking an orange mango sparkling soda. And then I added a little bit of kink to it, a little vodka, just a little bit, not a lot, because it's late and we don't need all of that. And then I added also a little bit of blue carousel. And if I said that wrong, oh well. And then I topped it off with the cherry. So it actually is really good, and it's a lot healthier because I'm not adding all those extra calories with soda or juice or anything like that. So make sure you grab your drink. Oh look, my cherry already fell down. Let me get myself comfortable, okay? Okay. All right, so as you guys know, I am a plus size woman. To me, the word fat doesn't really affect me what it did in the past. The word fat affected me just because it was so labeled as a wrong thing. It was labeled as ugly. It was labeled as someone that's overweight, of course, but it had a really ugly label behind it for me personally. But throughout the years, being educated and also coming to terms as far as what does fat mean for me, I'm not afraid to call myself that. I'm not afraid to, embrace who I am and my body. And I'm not afraid to say it. I do refer myself mostly as plus size. I don't refer myself as fat. But the reality is, when dating, it's hard not to remove the word fat because there's some things that are very difficult. And you don't really see and notice until you become passionate about your person, your body, and then how other people perceive it as. So it's something that, don't be afraid to use that word. I know from experience that has trauma to do with the word fat, but just know fat is just a human resource that we need in our bodies to keep us warm, okay? Just keep it plain and simple that's what it is, because that is what it is. Some of us have more than others, and you need it. You need it for your body to survive and be a freaking human, okay? You need fat. So don't be afraid of that word. I know I'm not afraid of it. I used to be, okay? So if you are, just know it's normal because we all go through that. So we'll be discussing what it's like dating while fat, things that are a little bit of conflicts that are going on, and how I'm doing with that. What am I doing to work on that? And hopefully give you a little bit of advice if you are dating and you are a plus size woman or just dating in general. Now, I might not be the 100% perfect person to ask for dating advice, okay? But I recently started dating and we became boyfriend, girlfriend in this beginning of January. I still consider it dating because we're still getting to know each other. And there's different things. Let me get a sip because I'm like nervous to talk about this with you guys. Just to talk about it, I guess, to the world. And I'm nervous. And this isn't even live yet, but I'm nervous. But I know that it's something that we need to talk about. And I know that it's something that we shouldn't be ashamed of. And I think that we all have things in common when it has to do with this. So I have to gotta put my big girl panties on and be brave about this topic. So I'm dating someone that is skinny. I am a big girl. I'm short. So my portion of my body, of my fat, is a little different. I'm proud. I'm fucking proud of who I am. And I have no shame of being a big girl. I love myself regardless. I've gone through different stages where I was skinnier, lighter, fit, and all this other stuff. And I've learned to love my body regardless of the size and regardless of the shape that it is. I've learned that I am who I am and nothing can change that. I can only improve myself and work on the different things that I want to see in myself. So, no shame in how your body is right now. Just uplift yourself. It's never easy to talk about these things, but I think it is important to talk about these things. So my boyfriend is skinny. He is like average size as far as height, but he's a skinny guy. And to me, I don't have like well, I kind of do have a preference. I kind of have a preference. But I'm more about the person and who they are and so on. But I am not really like into skinny guys. And to me, I always find it a little kind of odd to be with the skinny dude. Because you got a whole lot of this and you're going to work with that. But one thing that I notice with being plus size and dating a skinnier guy is that you get a lot of looks for that. I started going out and we started going to dinner or lunch or breakfast, whatever. And I noticed that people and women, not just, I noticed more specifically women, what is going on here? Okay. I notice how you can tell that they're being judgy, and this is just my experience. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this or not. And if you have and you feel comfortable, you can share it in the comments. If you don't feel comfortable, don't share, but just listen. So, we would go out, we would go eat. I mean, of course, like knowing me, like I get glammed. Sometimes I don't get glammed. I look a little good, a little look bad, but I'm still me, And I noticed that dating while being plus size, that other women don't like, or they're very judgy when they see a skinny guy with a big girl. Now, what does it matter? What does it matter if a big girl's with a skinny dude? What does it matter if the same thing, if a big guy's with a skinny girl? But you usually get more looks when the girl's big and the guy is skinny. And I wonder, is it because I'm fabulous? Is it because, oh, I'm gonna drop my drink. Is it because I'm fabulous? You just staring at me or something? One of the girls gave me a compliment on my purse. The other girl, I think she came in afterwards, and she was legit. I must take a sip because I'm gonna share. It's actually really good. You don't really taste the vodka. I didn't put a lot. I put very little. So she was like flirting, but also like staring in a very odd way when we were together. And to me, that's one thing that I honestly really didn't notice. Like at the age of 26, I'm 26. I really didn't notice that in the past. I've always been plus size. There's times I've been plus size and fit, and I'm working on getting that again. But I really didn't notice that back then. And I think more as I get older, I'm noticing certain things, and I'm just like, what does it matter? Number one. And if any of you guys are going through that, or you realize that has happened in your dating experience, know that you're not the problem. You have never been a problem. It's the other people that have a problem with something that's just something just wrong. Okay, they have something going on. And if you love the person, or if you are really digging this guy or girl, be okay with just like giving the whole like smile if someone's looking at you, or just like, oh hi, can I help you with anything? I felt like I didn't give myself a little bit more of a ground. I tend to observe. I'm very observant person. So I observe, and then honestly, I'm not a person to pick up any kind of arguments. I used to in the past, but we're not going to talk about that. But I'm not that type of person. I like to process things, and then also it's not worth it to me. But just know that if it is something that is triggering you, if someone's looking at you wrong or there's a certain way with you guys together, your couple, you can either be like, just rub it off, whatever, or you could be like, hi, I really like your X, Y, and Z, and be nice, give her a compliment, and just walk away. And that's it. Just know that it's okay to feel a certain way too, because I felt it. I felt like, obviously he didn't notice, and I feel like the other partner never notices. But I noticed it, and it wasn't like it bothered me a little bit, and I was like, okay, whatever, and I rubbed it off. But it's something that I want to talk about because it's real. It's real, and it happens to us. It happens to women that, or just people in general that are plus size, and they're dating someone that's total opposite in physical appearance. And that's one thing that I noticed. Another thing that is a little bit of a challenge when dating and being bigger and plus size is that, and this is, like I said, this is something that's coming from my experiences, and it's something that I'm working on too, and figuring out like what is it that I want and so on. But I've noticed that there can be a little bit of judging. Now, what do I mean by that? I noticed that my partner would say certain things, and I don't think he would process it or put himself in my shoes to understand that, hey, you don't say that, or you don't say it in that way. You know, being plus size, I like to eat as any other human being, okay? And I'm not going to starve myself for anybody. I'm not going to starve myself to look a certain way, or just because someone says, or whatever. I'm going to take my time to figure out what is it that I want to do, what is it that I want for myself, and don't allow anyone to take that away from you. If you want to be a certain way, you be the way you want to be. Be proud of yourself. And I noticed that, while dating, and it's something that I'm working on. It's something that I've already talked out with my partner. I shared like how I felt about this, like how are they do this doesn't make any sense. You said this and that. It just no. We talk things out, but it is a topic that, like I said, is a touchy subject but it's my reality. It's our reality. And I don't know if anyone can relate, but I know that for me, it doesn't feel good, and it's still hard for me to kind of express myself about it. I feel that being a bigger woman and somebody that is very, very strong-minded and very about confidence, to me, I empower myself each and every day to continue that message. And I don't want anyone to push me away from that. no matter what, no matter if it's my boyfriend, no matter if it's a sibling, nobody, no one will push me away from that, because I'm passionate about that, and I discovered that on my own. And it could be hard to talk about this. It is hard for me to talk about this, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm sure, I don't think he'll see this, and if he does, I mean, it's how I feel. But I care about this person, and I know he cares about me. But the thing is, I don't understand, why is it that being a little judgy, would you be like this if I was skinny? Would you say about you this if I was skinny? And I'm sorry, I'm a little like, I'm not very specific of what was said, but it's hard. It's a little hard. It's a little hard for me to actually say it. It had to do with my weight, of course. I don't think I really have to explain what it was said, but just know it was a little bit of judginess, and it had to be pertaining to my weight. And it didn't feel good at all. It made me question my dating with this person. We talked it out. He apologized. I expressed myself and like, hey, like, you don't go about it this way, and I'm not going to change for anyone. You've met me a big girl. I'm going to continue to be a big girl. And when I lose weight or become fit again and active, that's on me. That's not because someone chooses that for me. Don't allow someone to choose that for you. You want that for yourself. Yes, we all go through that stage where like you get a breakup or whatever. I want to look good and F that person or someone, like, and sometimes it gives you that fuel, the anger fuel to get there. But it's not always sustainable with that fuel. Sometimes it stays for a while, sometimes it's long lasting, sometimes it's not. I've been through that, and we go through different like little cycles that it's sustainable sometimes and then it's not. But knowing me, I'm not that type of person be like, oh, hey, like, you say you want to lose weight, but you're doing this, and then someone tells me, and I'm like, well, first of all, you aren't me, okay? Second of all, I've been through this before, and I know my body and I know my person, and I will get through this, but I don't need you to judge me in my process of it. That's the least thing I need. I need someone to just be there supportively and without judging my moves, you know? And this can be hard because, you know, we're dating, we feel loved, we feel happy, and by one thing that was said, that could kind of shift it with the whole like, do I really want to be in a relationship, or do I want to continue, or so on. I talked about it with him, and I want to, you know, I'm an adult, and I also need to, you know, be an adult too as I'm dating and getting to know this person. Like, I already talked these things out. Let's see, and I hope he respects them, and I hope he understands my place, and I try to put myself in his shoes as much as I can, because it's hard for me. I know it's hard. I'm a little hard-headed. But I want to try to be an adult about it, because there's no way I'm just going to fight and just be like, F you, whatever, and so on, after we've already built a relationship with each other. And it's a pretty good one. So I'm not going to lose that over this. But if this is something that doesn't break, if this is something that's a continuous thing that I see, it's not going to work. And I'm going to share that with you guys. It's just not going to work. I will not be with someone that will judge me by my appearance. I will not. And you shouldn't either. like I said, this is a touchy subject, but it's something that we should talk about. And we should also be adults about it too. That if you do love someone or you do like somebody, you don't just throw in the towel. You express yourself, you talk about it, but you also are observant. Obviously, if it's like a first date and that person did that, hell no. Like, if it was a first date and this person was telling me this or whatever, I would be, this wouldn't even go anywhere. But it's something that I know that happened throughout after a couple months of a relationship. So I want to just be respectful to him and to me. And more than anything to me, but also be respectful of that person. It's not going to be easy, and it's never easy dating in general, but I think it's, from my experience, I think it's not easy dating, well, plus size either. Like, in general, it's just not easy. But just know, oh, you guys, I'm not drinking, and this is like, I knew I wasn't going to drink this. It's actually really good. If you don't want to get a lot of calories, definitely try this out. It's just, like I said, it's a little bit of vodka, and the rest is all the sparkling soda. 0 calories on the soda, so I hope you guys stay strong and continue to work on yourself in all different aspects in life. Don't allow anyone or anything stop you from being yourself, your true self. Continue to be confident and appreciate the good things in life. I know it's not easy, and I understand. Just know that you are beautiful and you are worthy. No matter your size and your physical appearance, we are all beautiful we are all beautiful in our own way. Dating can be hard, yes. And sometimes I wonder, is it even worth it? Is it even worth it dating? Is it even worth it being in a relationship? But that feeling of having that person and that comforting and someone that you can trust, it's hard not to want that. So I hope things work out with me and my boyfriend, and I hope that we continue to grow, and I hope that this was a one-time thing as far as the being judgy, as far as my weight. But if it isn't, then it's just not meant to be. If I don't feel confident with that person, then it's just not meant to be. So just know that you are beautiful regardless of anything. And that these are struggles, dating in general, struggles dating while being a big girl. But, continue to be you. Continue to be you and don't allow someone to put you down. Thank you guys for joining me on my first episode of Dating While Fat. If you have any requests or questions, put it in the comment section. I'll be sure to talk about them in the next episode. If you're going through something similar, you can also talk about it if you feel like it openly. Haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe down below and share this video to someone that you feel like would find this to be helpful, or they're struggling with dating and they don't know what's going on. You are not alone. You are not alone, my girlfriend. I'm going through it, but we're gonna get through this. And dating in general is not easy. Being quarantined and dating is not easy, but we are pushing through. We are going to continue our journeys of loving ourselves, because that was number one. And that's the reason why I decided to get back into dating. Years of working on myself and helping discover my self-love and helping discover my growth and my confidence. After a while, it can get kind of lonely. I am stronger. I have gone through so much, and I think maybe it's time to start dating again. But I think it can be hard. Even though it can be hard, to me, number one, you should love yourself first, and the dating will come. So if you are going through that process that you don't love yourself first, and you're in a relationship or you're starting to date, please work on yourself. Work on yourself internally, externally if you need be, and know that you are not alone. That we need to work on ourselves first. How can you expect, like they say, how can you expect someone to love you if you don't love yourself? Love yourself first. Be happy, enjoy life, and continue to love the journey. Love the journey because no one else has that journey. So thank you guys so much for watching this first episode of Dating While Fat, Dating While Plus Size, Dating While Freaking Beautiful. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe down below. What are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe. And take care until next time. Love you guys bunches. Adios.